Welcome to the Church of St. Paul here in Bergen, Norway. My name is Jonas Apeland and I am a music director of Johanneskirken, or the Church of St. John, also here in Bergen. Today I will play some quite special music that is very dear to me. It will be played on this beautiful Québécois French-Canadian organ built by Cassavant Frères. The music I will be playing is written by the French modern composer Olivier Messiaen. Olivier Messiaen, he was a composer, organist, and ornithologist. Born in 1908, he was the son of poetess Cécile Sauvage and the translator of Shakespeare, Pierre Messiaen. Messiaen manifested his musical gifts at a very early age, and he started studying at the Conservatoire de Paris at the age of 11. And during his time in Paris at the Conservatoire, he studied with some of the most important organists and composers at the time, and he won multiple prizes and awards. In 1931, Olivier Messiaen was appointed organist at Église de la Sainte Trinité in Paris, a position which he held until his death in 1992. This is where Messiaen wrote most of his organ music, which today is considered among the most important in the entire organ literature. Messiaen's music is quite special. He drew inspirations from the Romantic and Impressionistic French composers of that time, the early 1900s, which you can hear very clearly in Messiaen's early works, such as the Preludes for piano or the incredible choir piece O Sacrum Convivium. Later on, his musical style developed and became more unique. He drew inspiration from Gregorian chant, from Hindu rhythms and birdsong, and he also formed his own modes of limited transpositions. And his Catholic faith was always of utmost importance to him, so most of his works do have a religious character. The music that I'm playing today proves everything that I've just said. I will be playing 3 movements from La Nativité du Seigneur, which is the birth of Jesus Christ. I will be playing the first, the fifth, and the last of these 9 meditations depicting the Nativity in a wonderful manner. First movement is called La Vierge et l'Enfant, meaning the Virgin and the Child. This movement paints the mystery and the serenity of the birth of Jesus Christ. It's a praise to Mother Mary. And Messiaen also uses here the Gregorian chant of Puer natus est nobis in the middle section of this movement. The fifth movement is Les Enfants de Dieu, meaning the children of God, which is just this long dramatic progression of chords leading up to the climax of the tonic chords, which is supposed to symbolize Jesus exclaiming, Father, Father. This is followed by also a long progression of chords, which is a long decrescendo in a beautiful melody that almost fades out completely at the end. The 9th and the last movement of this great organ cycle is Dieu parmi nous, meaning God among us. This is the big finale, and which is what concludes this big cycle. It starts with a big melody descending down in the pedals to the lowest C, which symbolizes God coming down to earth. This is followed by a beautiful melody, the theme of love, played on voix céleste and gamba very softly on the récit, the 3rd manual of the organ. After this flourish of bird song-like melodies continue, and the theme of love comes back again, but in a very ornate manner, which builds up to this great climax, where you can hear that melody in the beginning again, but ascending in the manual. The last part of the piece is the famous toccata from Dieu parmi nous, which you can hear the pedal notes descending down again and again. And it ends in this great cadence at the end. I actually did my master's degree at the Paris Conservatory, where Messiaen himself studied and later taught. I was studying with Olivier Messiaen, organist of the Notre Dame Cathedral, and I was lucky enough to do my master's recital in Église de la Sainte Trinité, where Messiaen himself was organist for over 60 years. And I actually played this piece, La Nativité du Seigneur, in its entirety on the great cavaillé organ that Messiaen himself played. So this music is really, really very special and dear to me. And I'm always very happy when I get the chance to share this with other people. So with that, I hope you enjoyed these 3 movements from La Nativité du Seigneur by Olivier Messiaen.